Are there aliens walking among us right now? How would you know, right? You can't say no because you don't really know. That's the whole thing of this movie, Bugonia. And this will be a no spoiler review. I'll come back and talk about it in depth later on. Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Stavros Halkias. I don't remember the name of the sidekick, but he was fantastic. They were all four. It was like a 4-person theater play, which is what I loved about this movie. But it's just kind of about that. Someone says something, another person denies it. Who's right? And it builds and builds, and the acting is incredible. I love this movie. I love the idea that it's hitting right at the time of this recording, that you have this three-eye atlas coming in. We don't know what's going on. Are we alone? I don't know. I mean, if you were an alien, wouldn't you set up a Facebook account to monitor and see? Let's get a taste of where this thing is going, what these humans are all about, this earthly culture. Just set up an Instagram account, TikTok. We'll see. It's probably the worst representation of humans, maybe. But that's what I would do. You just walk around. Why wouldn't you? It would be easy to mimic, right? If you're able to get here, you probably have the technology to be able to shape shift and all that. But this movie, I'm going to say this because I don't want to spoil it. I thought it was great. The acting was incredible. The tension was fantastic. There were some scenes in here where you could see acting schools having, like, we're going to give you this scene when Jesse Plemons' character is interrogating Emma Stone's character. And there is a lot going on. Intense, emotional, dramatic, beautiful, all kinds of emotions. So I loved it. But I'm not sure how I feel about the ending. And I've seen a couple of other people talk about this. You know, I know Yorgos is a great director. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Let me just say this in general without spoiling anything. Just in general, it's a visual sonic medium, right? Like I don't want to be told what's going on. I want to see it. Do you know what I mean? And I think there were a couple times in this film where that maybe happens. I won't say any more, but you know, just in general, if you're watching a movie and they're telling you the twist, not the twist, but like, you know, whatever happens, it's like, I like the mysteriousness of not knowing. I think there has to be an element of ambiguity. And I would say that that's maybe that and some other elements of the ending were kind of missing. You know, the is she, isn't she thing builds great. Everything's great because you don't know if he's crazy or is she, you know what I mean? You don't know. And when we finally find out at the end, I'm not sure that I'm 100% satisfied with that. But I still think it was a great movie. I think if in the comments, if you've seen it and you want to talk about it, I think it's fine. Let's just say that. Let's put some spoiler alerts. I'll put a comment saying there could be spoiler alerts in the thread, and we'll talk about it there. I'll come back and do another video on it down the road and talk about it in depth because I've got a couple of kooky theories that I think really resonated with me. But, you know, when you walk out of a theater, by the way, just have to say, a couple of chatty Cathys behind me. We're the only 3 people in the theater. Like, I don't understand. If you come to a movie and you're talking, why are you there? It's not like this is a Hallmark Christmas movie where you're just there because you're out shopping, you want to sit down for a few hours. It's Bugonia, it's Yorgos, it's, you know, what are you doing there? Anyway, that was irritating. But sitting there trying to soak it in, that's how I know I really enjoyed a movie, is I sit there for a while and just sort of watch the credits roll, but then I gotta think about it, and I'm still thinking about it. Is it an Oscar nod? Is it like will it get nominated? I think it probably will. I mean, Emma Stone is already in favors with the Academy, right? So is Jesse Plemons, I would assume. I don't remember if he's ever been nominated. But he's great. Fantastic. Everyone in this is great. Very surprised to see Stavros Halkias, the stand-up comedian. I love Stavros. I just didn't know he could act. Kind of crazy. I'm going to do a deep dive into this and see if, like, he plays a cop And like I said, there's only 4 characters in this movie, and you could very easily see this being a stage play, for sure. I mean, there are things that happen in it that would be hard to recreate, but it is, you know, I don't want to say minimalist, but it's just like here's the idea. It's very clear. This is the tension. This is the obstacle for different characters. The actors are so great; they're carrying it out in a fantastic way. There's not much else to say about it other than the fact that there it is. Let's go. Let's jump on this hog and take it for a ride, you know? So I thought it was a really good movie. But again, I want to know if you've seen it, what did you think about the ending? What did you think about my thoughts about being told things in cinema rather than... And it's not like that, you know, I don't want to give anything away, of course. It's not like a problem that gets repeated. You know, it's just there's a moment or two where I think I kind of want to see it through action. Like I heard Matthew McConaughey once, he gets a script, he looks at it, he reads the script when he's tired, he reads the script when he's drunk, he reads the script when he wakes up, just to get a feel for it. And he tries different things. And if he's got the look, you go with the look. Don't go with the words, go with the look. And there were times where I thought, go with the look. I don't want to, too much, maybe. But anyway, Bugonia. I'm going to give it two big thumbs up. I don't want to steal Siskel and Ebert's thing. I don't know, 2 whatever up, you know, 2 daisies up, whatever. Pushing 2 daisies up for Bugonia. I can't wait to watch it again in subsequent viewings. I caught the last viewing, I think, of the week of maybe its run, so I don't know when the next time it'll be in theaters, but I had to go. I sprinted out the door, barely caught it. Thankfully, in this case, there were 30 minutes of ads, so I wasn't late, but whatever. I'd rather be late than have to watch ads, but it helped yesterday. So, Bugonia, let me know.